Hello, everyone. Today we will talk about a very powerful book. Book name, Eat That Frog. Author, Brian Tracy. This book is about procrastination, focus, and getting important work done fast. Most people every day wake up, check phone, scroll social media, do small, easy tasks. But important work? They delay, they avoid, they feel stressed. Brian Tracy says, successful people do opposite. They do the most important task first, even if it is hard, even if it is uncomfortable. This idea is called Eat That Frog. What does Eat That Frog mean? Brian Tracy explains a simple idea. Imagine this. You wake up in the morning. In front of you are two frogs. You must eat one. Question: which frog should you eat first? Answer: the biggest, ugliest, most difficult frog. Why? Because it is the task you most want to avoid. It is the task that can change your life most. That frog your most important task. Task that has big impact, moves you closer to success, creates results, but also feels hard, feels scary, feels boring. Most people run away from this frog. Successful people eat it first. Core problem: procrastination. Brian Tracy says, procrastination is not laziness. It is a habit. People procrastinate because fear of failure, fear of success, confusion, no clear goals, too many distractions. Procrastination causes stress, guilt, low confidence, poor results, and the sad part, smart people procrastinate more. Why? Because smart people think too much, overanalyze, wait for perfect time. Brian Tracy says, there is no perfect time. Action creates clarity, not thinking. Clarity is power. Brian Tracy says, success starts with clarity. If you are not clear what you want, what you must do, what is most important, you will waste time. Most people start day like this. No plan, no priority, no clear target. They react all day. Phone rings, they answer. Email comes, they reply. Message pops, they check. They are busy, but not productive. Successful people are different. They ask one question every morning. What is the one task that, if done well today, will make the biggest difference in my life? That task, your frog. Law of three, very important. Brian Tracy introduces a powerful rule. The law of three. In every job, business, or life area, only 3 tasks produce most results. Not 10, not 20, only 3. For example, in career, skill building, key projects, performance results. In business, sales, customer value, product quality. In personal life, health, relationships, finances. Brian Tracy says, identify your top 3 tasks, and then do the most important one first. That is your biggest frog. 80-20 rule, Pareto principle. Brian Tracy uses the 80-20 rule. Rule says 20% of tasks create 80% of results. 80% of tasks create only 20% results. But most people do this. They do the 80% easy tasks. They avoid the 20% hard tasks. Examples of low-value tasks: checking email again and again, organizing files too much, small talk, social media. High-value tasks: important decisions, skill improvement, creative work, long-term projects. Brian Tracy says, discipline yourself to work on high-value tasks first. Why we avoid the frog. Brian Tracy explains human psychology. We avoid frog because it is hard. It requires thinking. It has risk. It has responsibility. But easy tasks give quick relief, small pleasure, no fear. Social media, easy. Important work, hard. But Brian Tracy warns, short-term comfort creates long-term pain. And short-term pain creates long-term success. Take responsibility. Brian Tracy says, successful people accept 100% responsibility for their life. They do not say, my boss is the problem. Time is the problem. Situation is bad. They say, it is my responsibility. When you accept responsibility, you stop complaining. You start acting. You gain power. Procrastination ends. When excuses end. Self-discipline, the key skill. Brian Tracy says, self-discipline is the ability to do what is hard when it is hard, even when you don't feel like it. Successful people feel lazy sometimes, feel tired, feel afraid, but they act anyway. Discipline means start before you feel ready. Continue when it is boring. Finish what you start. Every time you eat the frog, your confidence increases, your self-respect grows, your motivation improves. Action creates motivation, not the other way around. Mental picture, building momentum. Brian Tracy explains momentum. When you complete an important task, your brain releases dopamine. You feel good. You feel strong. This feeling pushes you to do next task. Work harder. Stay focused. But if you delay, stress builds. Confidence drops. Mind feels heavy. That is why start day with your frog. Write down your goals. Brian Tracy says, people without goals work hard, stay busy, but go nowhere. People with clear goals move fast, stay focused, get results. Goals give direction. Important rule, goals must be written. Why? A goal in your head, a wish, a goal on paper, a plan. Brian Tracy says only 3% of people write goals. That 3% earns more, achieves more, and is happier. 7-step goal setting process. Brian Tracy teaches a simple system. Step 1, decide exactly what you want. Be very clear. Not, I want success, but I want to earn $100,000 per year. I want to lose 10 kg. I want to start a business. Clarity creates power. Step 2, write it down. Use paper or digital notes. When you write, brain becomes serious. Goal feels real. Commitment increases. Step 3, set a deadline. No deadline or no action. SETI, final deadline. Small deadlines. Deadlines create urgency. Step 4, make a list of everything you must do. Write all tasks required. Big task, break into small tasks. Small tasks, feel easier. Reduce fear, increase action. Step 5, organize the list into a plan. Decide what first, what next, what last. Plan or roadmap. Without map, you get lost. Step 6, take action immediately. Do not wait. Action creates confidence, energy, momentum. Step 7, do something every day. Even small action counts. Consistency beats intensity. Goals and the frog. Brian Tracy connects goals with frog. Question, which task moves me fastest toward my goal? That task, your frog. Every day, look at goals. Identify frog. Eat it first. Plan every day in advance. Brian Tracy says, every minute spent planning saves 10 minutes in execution. Successful people plan. Unsuccessful people react. Types of planning. Life plan. Long-term goals. Career. Health. Finances. Monthly plan. Major projects. Deadlines. Weekly plan. Most important tasks. Daily plan. Today's frog. Today's priorities. Daily planning method, very important. At the end of each day, write tomorrow's task list. Why night before? Because brain works while you sleep. You wake up clear. You start fast. Morning. No confusion. No delay. You know exactly what to do. ABCD method, powerful tool. Brian Tracy introduces ABCD priority system. This system helps you decide what to do first. A tasks, very important. A tasks, big consequences. High value, must be done. Example, important meeting. Deadline project, key decision. If you don't do A task, problems. B tasks, should do. B tasks, moderate importance. Small consequences. Good to do, but not urgent. Rule, never do B task until all the tasks are done. C tasks, nice to do. C tasks, no consequences. Comfort tasks. Examples, social media, chat, watching videos. They feel good, but create no results. D tasks, delegate. D means give to someone else. If someone can do it at 70% quality, delegate. Your time is limited. E tasks, eliminate. It means delete forever. Tasks that, adding no value, waste time, are old habits. Remove them. Eat your A1 task first. Brian Tracy says, after ABC, find most important A task. That is A1. A1's your frog. Start day with A1. No email, no phone, no distraction. Practice creative procrastination. Brian Tracy says, you cannot do everything, so procrastinate on low-value tasks. Delay. Email, messages, small requests. Focus on high-value work. Success is not doing more. Success is doing less but right things. Leverage law. Brian Tracy asks a powerful question. What is the one activity that creates the most results with the least effort? This is called leverage. Find that task, do it more, ignore others. Mental discipline, think on paper. Brian Tracy says, people who write think better. When you write, mind becomes clear, problems become smaller, solutions appear, confusion lives in the head, clarity lives on paper. Time is life. Brian Tracy says, time is your life. When you waste time, you waste your life. Money can be earned again. Time can never come back. Successful people respect time. Unsuccessful people kill time. Important truth, how you use your time shows your values. Time management is self-management. Brian Tracy says, time management is not about clock. It is about you. You cannot manage time. Time moves always. You can only manage yourself, your actions, your decisions. When you control yourself, you control your results. High value versus low value activities. Brian Tracy makes a clear difference. Low value activities. Checking phone again and again. Social media. Small talk. Unplanned emails. They feel easy. Feel comfortable. Produce little result. High value activities. Planning. Thinking. Decision making. Skill development. Creative work. They feel hard. Require focus. Produce big results. Success and more time on high-value work. Time wasters, enemies of the frog. Brian Tracy identifies major time wasters. Phone, notifications, messages, social apps. Phone breaks focus. Focus is power. Email. Email is other people's priorities. If you check email all day, you work for others, not yourself. Interruptions, unplanned calls, people walking in, random questions. Interruptions kill momentum. Multitasking. Brian Tracy says clearly, multitasking is a myth. You cannot focus on two important tasks at the same time. Multitasking reduces quality, increases mistakes, wastes time. Single tasking. Brian Tracy teaches, do one thing at a time and do the most important thing first. This is Eat That Frog in action. When you focus on one task, speed increases, quality improves, stress decreases, power of concentration. Brian Tracy says, the ability to concentrate on one important task for a long time is a superpower. Very few people have this skill. Good news, concentration can be learned. How to build focus step by step. Step 1, clear your workspace. Messy space, messy mind. Remove extra papers, distractions, unnecessary items. Keep only tools for current task. Step 2, set clear goal for session. Before starting, ask, what exactly must I finish? Clear target and strong focus. Step 3, set time block. Decide 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes. During this time, no phone, no email, no interruptions. Step 4, start immediately. Do not wait for motivation. Start. Motivation comes. Step 5, continue until completion. Do not stop midway. Finishing builds confidence. Energy management, very important. Brian Tracy says, your energy is limited. If you have no energy, you procrastinate. You lose focus. You avoid frogs. Successful people protect energy. Peak performance time. Every person has peak energy time. Time when mind is sharp. Focus is strong. Energy is high. For most people, morning. Brian Tracy says, do your frog during peak time. Do not waste morning on email, social media, small tasks. Take care of the body. Brian Tracy connects body and productivity. Important areas. Sleep. Lack of sleep, slow focus. Tired mind or procrastination. Exercise. Increases energy. Improves mood. Sharpens thinking. Food. Heavy food. Low energy. Healthy food is a clear mind. Success is physical too. Create urgency. Brian Tracy says, urgency pushes action. When you feel urgent, you focus. You move fast. You stop procrastinating. Create artificial deadlines. Tell yourself, this must be done today. Self-talk and focus. Brian Tracy emphasizes self-talk. What you say to yourself matters. Negative self-talk, this is too hard. I'll do it later. Positive self-talk, I can do this. One step at a time. Start now. Your words control your actions. Start small, but start now. Brian Tracy says, big tasks create fear. Small steps create action. Rule, break the frog into small bites. Just start. First page. First call. First 5 minutes. Action breaks resistance. The 20-minute rule. Powerful technique. Decide to work on your frog for just 20 minutes. Most times, you continue longer. Momentum builds. Starting is hardest part. Continuous learning. Brian Tracy says, your ability to learn determines your ability to earn. World is changing fast. Skills become old. New skills are required. Successful people never stop learning. Never stop improving. Unsuccessful people stop learning. Get comfortable. Comfort zone is danger zone. Identify your key skills. Brian Tracy asks a powerful question. What skills do I need to be excellent at my work? Every job has core skills, critical skills. Example, sales, communication, business, decision-making, student, learning speed. Rule, your weak skill limits your success. Turn weakness into strength. Most people avoid their weak areas. They say, I'm not good at this. This is not my talent. Brian Tracy says, skills are learned, not born. You can learn any skill with practice, study, discipline. Decide, I will become excellent. Skill learning, eat that frog. Learning a hard skill is also a frog. It feels uncomfortable, frustrating, slow at first. But this frog changes your future. Successful people practice daily, even when they don't feel like it. Discipline beats talent. Identify key result areas, KRA. Brian Tracy introduces key result areas. Key result areas are areas you must do well, or your job fails. Example, doctor, patient care. Teacher, student learning. Business owner, profit. Question, what results are expected from me? Measure your performance. Brian Tracy says, what gets measured gets improved. Ask yourself, am I excellent or average? Where am I failing? Be honest, no excuses. Honest self-evaluation leads to growth. Face your fears. Fear is a big reason for procrastination. Fear of failure, rejection, criticism, making mistakes. Brian Tracy says, fear never goes away. Courage is doing it anyway. Fear and the frog. Your biggest frog is often connected to your biggest fear. Examples, making sales calls, speaking in public, starting a project, avoiding fear, makes it stronger. Facing fear makes it weaker. Action destroys fear. The confidence formula. Brian Tracy teaches, confidence comes from preparation, practice, performance. Every time you do hard thing, complete a frog, your confidence grows. Confidence is built, not given. Become action-oriented. Brian Tracy says, successful people are action-oriented. Unsuccessful people are intention-oriented. Intentions don't create results, actions do. Rule, act first, adjust later. Perfectionism is a trap. Brian Tracy warns, perfectionism causes procrastination. People say it must be perfect. I need more time. Truth, done is better than perfect. Start, improve later. Persistence. Brian Tracy says, persistence is the true measure of success. Every goal has obstacles, failures, delays, quit or failure. Continue towards success sooner or later. Rule, never give up on important goals. Discipline is a muscle. Discipline works like a muscle. Use it, it gets stronger. Ignore it, it gets weaker. Every time you do your frog, resist distraction. You build discipline. Small daily wins. Create strong character. Build a winning identity. Brian Tracy says, how you see yourself matters. Stop saying, I am lazy. I am a procrastinator. Start saying, I am disciplined. I finish what I start. I do hard things first. Your identity shapes your actions. Long-term thinking. Successful people think long-term. They ask, what action today will benefit me years later? Unsuccessful people think short-term. Comfort, pleasure, ease. Long-term thinking, success. Habits control your life. Brian Tracy says, your life is the result of your habits. You don't decide your future once. You decide it every day. Good habits create success, create confidence, create freedom. Bad habits create stress, create failure, create regret. The most important habit, starting with your frog every day. Habits are automatic. Brian Tracy explains, habits work without thinking. That is why bad habits are easy. Good habits require discipline at first, but after time, discipline turns into automation. When eat the frog becomes a habit, procrastination disappears. Success feels normal. Use time blocking. Brian Tracy recommends time blocking. This means block time for important work. Defend that time. Do nothing else. Example. Otida tenzais am. Frog time. Phone off. Door closed. Full focus. Time blocking. Respect for your goals. Batching similar tasks. Another powerful tool. Task batching. Do similar tasks together. Emails, calls, admin work. Why? Because switching tasks wastes time, drains energy. Focus saves time. Decide fast, act fast. Brian Tracy says, successful people make decisions quickly, change slowly if needed. Unsuccessful people delay decisions, do nothing. Indecision says procrastination. Rule, make a decision. Take action, adjust later. The power of deadlines. Brian Tracy says, work expands to fill the time you give it. No deadline for slow work. Short deadline, fast work. Set deadlines for yourself, your tasks, your goals. Urgent tasks get done. Non-urgent tasks get delayed. Develop a sense of urgency. Brian Tracy describes top performers with one word: urgent. They move fast. Act now. Don't wait. Urgency does not mean stress. Urgency means focus plus speed. Ask daily what must be done now. Learn from top people. Brian Tracy says, success leaves clues. Study successful people, how they work, how they think. Ask, what do they do first every day? Answer, important work first. Simplify your life. Brian Tracy says, complex life for stressed mind. Simple life to clear focus. Remove unnecessary tasks. Unimportant commitments. Distractions. Do less, do better. The cost of procrastination. Brian Tracy warns. Procrastination costs time, money, opportunities, self-respect. Every day you delay, life becomes heavier. Every day you act, life becomes lighter. Action is freedom. The reward of eating the frog. When you eat your frog daily, you get peace of mind, strong confidence, high self-respect, more free time, better results. You feel in control. Success is not chaos. Success is order. Your ideal day vision. Brian Tracy asks you to imagine. You wake up, you know your goal, you know your frog. You start work, you finish important tasks, you feel proud. This day repeats. This becomes your life. Success is built, one day at a time. Final success formula. Brian Tracy's core formula. Clarity, priority, discipline, action, consistency. Miss one, results drop. Do all, life transforms. Final message from Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy's final message is simple. Your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow, not next week, today. And the most important question is, what is your frog? Final call to action, strong closing. Start tomorrow morning. Do not check phone, do not check email. Sit down, look at your task list, find the most important task, and then eat that frog. No excuses, no delay. This one habit can change your life. End of full book summary.